and discernment to each moment. Truly being present in this moment. As you settle into a comfortable position, and this can be lying on your back, it can be sitting comfortably. Just go ahead and scan your body, and you bring your body in any position that you'd like to bring it in, so that you can just relax and let go. Anything that feels comfortable, so that your body doesn't bother you during this practice. And bringing a sense of peace, stability, and calm to yourself. Just allowing that to begin to wash over you. Taking a breath in, holding your breath at the top of the inhalation, relaxing as you hold, keep holding, and letting go. Taking another deep breath in, filling your lungs completely, holding your breath at the top, relaxing as you hold, holding, holding, and letting go. Beginning to let go of anything that's on your mind, anything you're trying to control or manage. And take one more breath in, the last breath in, where we will hold it. Full breath in, deep breath. Holding the breath a little bit longer this time, moving the breath down to the belly, relaxing as we hold. Holding a little bit longer. And letting go. Really letting go. Again, your eyes closed, just feel a sense of peace, stability, and calm begin to wash over you. Feel that, like a wave. Peace, stability, and calm. Allowing that even to soak in to different areas of your body that might feel tense, tight, or maybe you're holding something in a certain area. As you settle into your body, just commit to yourself to practice wholeheartedly, bringing 100% of yourself to this practice right now. Not 99, but 100. Being all here, moment by moment, breath by breath. Because when you're completely present with the moment, everything can start to melt away. All the stress, of wanting things to be different than they are. Everything you're trying to control and manage. Just allowing yourself to be right here, right now, in this present moment, exactly how it is. Just begin to feel the breath as it comes in to your body, as it goes out of the body. Capturing, if you can, the feeling of the breath as it comes into the nostrils, goes down, esophagus down to the lungs, allows the belly, the abdomen to balloon up, all on its own. You're not really doing anything at all. And allowing it all on its own to release. Allowing the belly to relax and feeling the breath exit the nostrils or the mouth. Bringing all of your attention, every single bit of your attention to your breath. Feeling this breath enter your body. Exit. Release the breath. Completely absorbed. Just observing your body. Let go. With each progressive exhalation. Filling your lungs completely. Deep, full breath. Emptying your lungs completely. Just observing your chest go down, your abdomen relax as you complete the exhalation. Just continue to feel the breath, moment by moment, inviting yourself over and over again to be fully awake, fully aware, right now. When 100% absorbed in the breath, whether it's where you feel it in the nostrils, or the belly and chest, lungs, it's riding the wave of whatever you're experiencing in this moment. Just notice. Just notice the breath. Completely absorbed. Completely relaxed. The breath, breathing itself. You're not doing anything. Continue watching the breath. Fully absorbed. Fully focused. Using the breath to relax. So don't bring any strain or trying to this. If you remember, the best way to relax is to not try at all. So don't try to get anywhere. Fully focused on the breath. I'm not trying to achieve a thing. Allowing the breath to remind you over and over again to be fully present, fully here. Allowing your thoughts, your tension, anxiety to be released with each outgoing breath. Why hold on to that? Just let it go. As you inhale, allowing new energy, revitalization to enter your body and your mind. Each exhalation, choosing to let go. Again, of any thoughts, any tensions, anything that's on your mind. Just for these 20 minutes, letting go. Sincerely letting go. Bringing integrity to your practice. Sense of sincerity to yourself for what it takes to do your job, to be part of your family. It takes a lot of energy. So right now, allow that energy to come back into our body. That breath. Just letting go for a little bit. For everything that your mind is trying to figure out. If you find your mind wandering off into thought or sleepiness, as it so easily does, just bring it back to the breath. Gently and peacefully, without any comment or judgments. Just bring it back to the breath. Letting go a little bit more. Allowing us to come back into a balance. Our nervous system relaxed, completely safe, at peace, and calm. Just bringing all of your attention, 100% of your attention, to your breath. Just watching it breathe itself. Any thoughts that come up, whether they be thoughts of the past or the future, whether they have strong feelings associated with them or not. The thoughts are just passing events in this vast, open, spacious field of awareness. Everything is like a cloud, just passing, dissolving. There's no need to push anything away or pursue a thought. Just not dwelling behind them. beyond them. Just coming right back to the breath. Or maybe dropping into that space, point between our eyebrows, dropping 2 to 3 inches back to the pineal gland. Focusing your attention there. Immediately recognize the vast, open, spacious field of awareness. Just being that. Vast, open, spacious field of awareness. We're anchored as that field of awareness, really anchored as that. We're unattached to this or that. We're simply watching our thoughts, people, events just passing by. And we are the non-participative observer. By staying in this form of witness, we're allowing the world to be as it is, and us to see it without those colored glasses. It allows us to consciously choose instead of habitually react to what is in front of us. It brings clarity, insight, wisdom. For in that space, our attention is focused on that vast, open, spacious field of awareness. Our attention is completely focused on that. And by doing so, it allows us to not react to things in front of us, but to observe and consciously choose based on the present moment. So we're not reacting from a past experience. Instead, by practicing this mindfulness, we're so present with what is. There's no delusion that that person or place or thing in front of us is something from our past. We can see it clearly. We have self-awareness and insight. Really allowing yourself to be transparent and then making a full conscious decision on what you choose to do in each moment. So coming back to our breath, giving full care and attention to our breath. See if you can listen to your breath. Can you hear it? Moment by moment, breath by breath. And bringing an awareness now to your body. Just notice your body. Notice the rhythm of your heartbeat. Notice the contents of your mind. Notice how relaxed your body is. Feeling peace, stability, and calm. Allow that to soak in. Invite it in. Peace. Invite peace into your heart. Invite stability into your life. And choose calm. As a way of life. Bringing an awareness to your body. You can begin to move your fingers and toes, but keep your attention focused. Point between your eyebrows, 3 inches back, in that vast, open, spacious field of awareness. Focused there, anchored there. You can begin to move your fingers and toes. And notice how you can stay anchored there while you begin to move your body. And very slowly and gently, when you feel ready, taking your time, you can begin to peek out from underneath your eyelashes. Maybe close your eyes again. And then when you're ready, you can slowly and gently peek out again. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes. And if you're not in a sitting position, come up into a sitting position, taking your time. And for the people who are connecting in via the Zoom meeting, are you guys sitting or are you guys lying? You guys are lying or sitting? Okay.
I'm sitting now.
Okay. So I thought they'd be sitting, but they're lying and sitting. We're doing that. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thumbs up. How do you guys feel? Feel good? How's the contents of your mind?
Yeah, good.
Is there a lot going on up here? How was that to drop in? Were you okay dropping in? Yeah. Effective? Like no mind, like new day. Yes. Some days you need to start over. So breath. The breath is the mind made visible. So these are just reminders. Like this card, breath. It's a tools card. There's two different cards called breath, but this one's tools. The breath is the mind made visible. But if you check in throughout the day, like even when you drive home, before you go inside, or when you go inside, sit down for a second. It's a suggestion. And just take 5 to 10 breaths and watch how that starts to transform you. Yeah. You can go to the bathroom and then take 3 or 4 breaths while you're going to the bathroom and then come out. I mean, it's a really good idea to just to add that in throughout the day. Just go to the breath once during the day and see how it starts to affect you. And I'm like 5 or 10 breaths is not going to take you more than 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah. And it really will start to bring you, because we're using the breath to go down, it will start to take you down, down, down real quickly. The more often you practice, the more you'll be sitting in a meeting and you go, and you're like, got it, right? Especially when somebody's saying something that you didn't want to hear, you can use your breath will just start to automatically go up and go down, and then you can hear it, whatever it is that they're trying to say. Okay. So if things are not going how you want them to go, use the breath to just bring yourself back to a balance and then come to it with clarity, because a lot of times we bring our past experiences to things. And if our past experience is coming, like that person reminds me of such and such, or that person did X to me, right? They might not be doing that this time. They may or they may not, but it would be good for you to just take a breath up and down and then just be, and then consciously come to it. You understand what I'm saying? It will really change how you live your life. Just taking a breath in and taking a breath out. I know that seems funny, but on the survey that we did, like I would say 90-some% of the people, not 90, maybe, what was the percentage? I think it was 73% of the people said the breath was more powerful than they ever thought. There were all kinds of comments on the breath, how they were using the breath tool. And they were surprised at how powerful it was. Okay, the breath is the mind made visible. Now remember, it's the only thing that you can change. You can change your breathing pattern. So you can change your state of mind by changing your breathing. So if you know you're about to come unglued, maybe you are unglued. That's even better, right? That's good. That's a good actual time. This is not about trying to be balanced all the time. This is about using tools to kind of choose what you want to be. If you're unglued and you don't want to be unglued, then use the breath to take you back. Okay, remember, you're the ones who are responsible, right? Okay, so I met a genius. No kidding. He started med school at 16, so was a genius, okay? And I had this conversation, I told Margot this, I had this conversation. One of the things that he had told me I was at a dinner with a whole bunch of friends. I was like, huh, interesting that you told me that. Maybe some ego involved in that. Like, I don't care if you're a genius, okay, whatever. But I was saying to him, this guy actually meditated. And one of the things, he was kind of wise. He said, one of the things he says, you're not getting out of this. We are not getting out of this, right? So if you have a situation that keeps coming up, it's going to keep coming up. You are not getting out of it. That makes sense, doesn't it? I was like, huh, that's true. That is really true. But I never came up with that. You are really not getting out of it. So if it's happening in your life at work or happening in your life at home, you're not getting out of it. The breath is a really good way that you can choose to get yourself out of that. And once you start to choose the breath to get yourself out of it, you'll stay out of it because it retrains your brain. So the breath, you're not getting out of it. You really, that was like a big realization for me. I'm like, huh, that's true. Isn't it? Like you're not getting out of it. Huh. Like, I feel like kind of bad telling everybody that. It wasn't a bad thing for me, but anyway, so now self-awareness. Self-awareness, awareness of who and what we are, what we think, and of our emotions gives us valuable insight to achieve our goals and live in harmony with others and to find peace and contentment in life. So if I have awareness of me saying something in a certain way to somebody and it makes them cry or it makes them do something, if I have awareness that how I said that made them feel a certain way, I can then choose a different way. Do you see how if I'm not aware, then they're crying, you have no idea what just got started, okay? So you can do something and somebody sees you do something, now they don't know what to do with it, okay? They don't have any awareness of what they're doing. A lot of people don't have awareness of what they're doing. Does this make sense? A lot of people don't have awareness of what they're doing. They just act. I call that some people are awake and some people aren't awake, okay? And this is a good one. If they're not awake, don't wake them up. They're going to be mad. This seems to be the pattern, like this week's thing, is if they're not awake, don't wake people up. But if they are awake, then you can start to have a conversation about making it more harmonious for everybody. They are awake, but if they're not awake, you can't wake them up. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense? If they're not awake, your awareness, though, by being focused on your breath, brings you to more self-awareness because you're not trying to fix and manage everything out here. When you come back to the present moment, you have awareness of how you are reacting and how you are acting just by going to your breath. If I asked you guys before I just said this, how you could become more self-aware, do you even have a clue? It's not easy to figure out, right? How do you become more self-aware? Anybody? Yeah. It is after the fact. Yeah, that I said something and it did that. But the more you stay in the breath or more present with what's happening right now, the more you can sense that person is struggling today or that person is happy today or how to interact with them. Do you understand where I'm coming from? The more you're in the present moment and you're not running to, I need to get this done right now type of thing. See, there's two different things. The more you're in the present, the more you can sense that awareness. And then the last thing is, I want to say, is emotions and attention. So when your emotions get triggered, it pushes and pulls your attention. There's no attention, really. When your emotions are involved, where's your attention? Right? So when emotions are triggered, the amygdala hijacks and paralyzes our executive functioning, our decision making. In this effect, this is shown to affect all aspects of attention: selective attention, sustaining attention, readiness to respond to whatever may come, mind wandering, and mental fragmentation. All kinds of attention. Emotions do that. And so when you actually start to focus on your breath, It's that point in that's your emotional regulation. It's in the limbic system. Remember we talked about that? That was a slide where there's the face and the limbic system kind of highlighted. When you focus on your breath, it makes that light up. So you have emotional regulation when you focus on your breath. That's why I started with breath. Thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks for coming. So when you focus on your breath, you're controlling your emotions. Okay? Because it's focusing on that area, and it's kind of putting like a damp mat on that emotions going crazy. Okay? It's putting a blanket on it so it doesn't go haywire. Notice when your emotions come in is when you're usually out of balance. When you're more relaxed, like when you wake up, say you're on vacation, your emotions don't get the best of you because you're more relaxed. Sometimes more relaxed. Sometimes not. Make sense? Questions? Questions on that so far? No?
Can't tell when someone's not awake.
When somebody's not awake?
You said don't wake them.
Yeah.
And is that because I'm not awake?
No, because if you're here, you're awake. So when somebody's not awake, have you told somebody something that they can't hear ever? Like if I can tell somebody something and they just don't seem to be getting it, and I can tell them that 10 different ways and they're still not getting it. Do you know where I'm going with that? They hear something else. They're not responding to what I'm saying. They're responding to what they want. They're kind of off on their own mission. That's somebody who's kind of not awake, right? So you can have a boss that's not awake, a friend that's not awake. I mean, a lot of people could be anybody, just any human could be awake or not awake. But if you're telling them something and they're not hearing you, and you can kind of tell them another way, you can even tell them with emotion and tears, or you could tell them angrily, you could tell them a bunch of different ways, but they're not getting it. That's the person who's not awake. You with me? They're so focused on what they want to get or what they can't hear. That's meaning not awake. That makes sense? Do you know anybody like that?
Well, I had something happen and saying something and the person said this conversation's over.
So they're not able to hear what you're saying.
When I started to speak again, as I understood that maybe I said it wrong or I didn't say it, then they said, this conversation's over.
So they're not able to hear what you're saying because they want something different. And they can't change what they want. They're going to stay steady with what they want. And they're going to just try another way to get what they want. There's not like a trying to be in the moment. They're pretty much set on what they want. Their version of whatever it is their version of whatever it is. Most likely, it's an illusion of what's happening. There tends to be illusions when delusions and illusions, similar, right? Of what's happening, and there's no real present to that, right? And so remember all the different colored glasses? That's that. So they're actually waking up with all those colored glasses on, but they don't realize they have any glasses on. You can't tell them they have glasses on. That's a person who's not awake. You see what I'm saying? Hey, that's coming from your childhood. Woo! What's that going to do? Emotions, right? And now where's their attention? But when you even read these cards, like emotions and attention, if somebody else is in an emotional outburst, you know not to talk to them because they don't have any attention. You know when you have emotions, you don't have any attention. And so you know to just throttle back, and if it takes even 2 days to just relax and to kind of get back into it, then you need to take the time until you feel more level and then come back to it. Because if you have the emotions, how easy is that going to go? Right? Somebody emailed me something. Somebody wanted to partner with me, and they wanted to take 50% of all the products that I put together. And I'm like, that doesn't seem very fair to me. Let's see. You're going to take 50% just because you asked me to do this. And I said, no, how about a 70-30 split? Me 70, them 30. Guess what? They came back with an email. Well, I don't think you're respecting blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but I knew because I could feel the emotion in the email. I was like, well, I'm just going to let that simmer because there's something going on for them there, right? It's not me not respecting them. It's them not respecting them. It's always like you can always turn it around. But there was emotion, so I wanted to just let it go. you know, and it's a simple business thing. No, I'm not going to give you my house. I'd like it. I'd like a bed to sleep in. You get my point. Okay, so there was emotion on their end, and I don't know, but it was probably coming from a past experience that was kind of revving it up.
I'm trying to whatever.
Yeah.
And your body's not. But this helped me a lot. Like, this problem, my headache's gone. Great.
Yeah, oh, it's my pleasure. This is for you. It's not for me. I do mine. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Terry, for this. But when you get to that state, your body is,
Slow down. That's that one. Slow down. So when your adrenals are going, it has to have a slow down. It has to have a slow down, because it's like what happens is your body it's like anything can trigger it. Anything can trigger it, right? Anything can trigger it. And so we just need to keep slowing down. It's like the thing is, like you're driving west to go to New York. You want to drive east. You got to slow down and redirect you got to go the other way. So if there's too much going on, it has to slow down. So even if that means taking 2 hours off a day or something has to slow down, because then when you get the balance, you can do the more work, right? But if you keep pressing, it's going to get thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. Yeah, we're like, it's not a good, you have to slow down. Your body's telling you have to slow down. When your adrenals are going off, you have to slow down. I have been there. I totally understand what you're saying. There's got to be hard decisions to slow down, right? And if you don't, then other things start to happen, like allergies or other things, right? And I slowed down at that point when this happened to me a little bit, but not enough. So then I got all these food allergies. But when I actually took it, what I did to slow down is, because I didn't know how to slow down the whole day, I woke up every day and I did my own practice for an hour or a half hour. So by me giving back to myself, then I was able to be okay, right? Every day I gave to myself. So it kind of chipped away a little bit of that like stress. Every day I gave to myself. And I didn't want to bother anybody because I was a pleaser. So I had to do all that, right? So, but I had to get up earlier, and that was for me. And boy, I was going to get up early because that was important to be there for me. Or I would go to bed and I would say, hey, everybody, good night. You know, I could easily say that. You stay and watch the movie or whatever. I'm going to go in my closet where I can close the door, and literally, and I just sat there and I listened to a meditation, or I just sat there and I laid down. I wouldn't go to sleep. It's very different to do a mindfulness practice and go to sleep. Going to sleep doesn't shut it off. A mindfulness practice actually rebalances it. It forces you to focus your attention, and it actually rebalances. Going to sleep is not the same thing. Because if you try to go to sleep, you can't go to sleep. Okay? Mindfulness practice is not going to sleep. It's a conscious choice to redirect your brain. You're recalibrating it. You know, you're really making new connections. Remember we said neurons that fire together wire together? So you're creating new connections. Whether it's 10 minutes or 30 minutes, if you do it every day, it completely will reset you. Yeah? I have people doing it once a week or twice a month. And within 3 to 6 months, they are telling me their whole life is changing. That's not that often. But you know, when we do these practices, it goes deep real quick. Yeah, I don't know. It's just me, okay? Because I'm like, it's who I am. I bring a lot of power to it. Not everybody does the same thing. Everybody's different. That's me. That's me. Because I just let go of all my own stuff, and then I just bring it for you guys. Yeah. And that seems powerful because everybody comes up and says, yeah, no thoughts. If I had thoughts, they'd be coming to you during the practice. I don't know if you guys understand, but that is how it would happen. So I just drop everything and I just am present. You see, I got present pretty quick, from the chit chat to the present. But depends how many people. If there's 100 people, I need a little bit more time. So yeah, other questions? Those are great questions, but you have to actually choose to do it. Yeah, you have to choose to do it like 5 minutes. And I can resend you if you want me to resend you, even if you want me to piece out those mindfulness recordings, and I could just send you 2 of them or one more. Did you guys like that? Where I sent you like just the 10-minute breath awareness one? Yeah. I can send you another one just so you can download just one at a time too. And then you can just have that on your phone. I try to send the small ones, 10 minutes, you can do anytime. You can do that on an airplane. You can do it anywhere. 10 minutes. Just go for a walk, put your earbuds in, just do it. Yeah. If you choose it, it happens. Somebody said to me, and I told Terry this, somebody said to me 2 days ago, they said, it's really hard to, listen, I'm going to tell you how I interpret this statement. It's really hard to, and then we're done, then we'll be done. It's really hard to find peace in the city. And I said to them, I thought about that only for a second. And I thought, at one point, I knew I needed to find silence anywhere I was. So I did. So what you choose is what you get. If you choose to do it 10 minutes, you get 10 minutes. You will start to redo your life. Yeah? Your life, you'll be more relaxed for everything. I wasn't worried about the thing today. It didn't matter. We're still doing our practice. It's a little bit late, but we're still doing it. It was still successful and everybody's happy. This is not a thing, right? I'm not worried about it. So you get more like that when things come up, and that's really good for life. That you can take anywhere, because conflict doesn't work. It's either conflict or peace. Yeah, and when you choose it, it happens. As soon as you choose it, it happens. As soon as you choose it. As soon as you choose it, it happens. But you have to choose it. Yeah? So, like, your mind will get right out of whatever it's doing. If you choose something else, it will get right on that. Right? That's how you use your mind to get out of this problem you got you into. You tell your mind that, no, I'm not doing that conflict thing. I'm doing the peace thing. I'm on the peace train. And so if you keep telling your mind, no, I'm on the peace train, that was that intention. If you keep choosing it, it will happen. You choose it, and then you choose it again and again and then. And the rest is over. Then you'll be coming to me going, check it out. I want to teach a class with you. And I'll be like, right on. How about tomorrow? You know?
We'll take 50% of the proceeds.
Yeah. How about a 70-30? Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Hey, you guys who are on here, email me. If you could email me, because I'd like to chat with you about how we can make this conversation better. Okay? Maybe we want to do this separate than that so that I can talk to you. Maybe. So I want to know how we can do this the best. Okay, guys? So email me. Okay, bye.
Thank you. Will do.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
It's pretty handy. I mean, that seems to work.
Yeah, it works. So end meeting. When I end it, guess what?